Good morning, BookTube friends. This morning I just finished one of my books that I set out to read before school starts. I just have one left, and I just wanted to talk about this one because it's very dear to my heart, and I am sporting my gear. This book, this biography, it is by Bob Thomas. It's called An American Original, Walt Disney. I read it just in the past couple of days, just at work, and finished it this morning. Oh my goodness, cried. I was this morning. I had about 30 pages left, and I'm like, he's gonna die soon. I'm gonna cry. It's gonna happen. I know it's coming. And yes, I cried. And then the end, it's just wonderful. I really like it because I always just kind of assumed that he was always successful, and I mean, besides like the very, very beginning. But so it was really cool to be able to see kind of how he failed, but how he still kept going, and he was like, it's okay, we'll come out of it. And so that was just neat, and to read the process of Disneyland and even the beginnings of Disney World was just really interesting because I don't know too much about it. And especially near the beginning when he came up with Oswald the Lucky Rabbit and how that idea got... I was trying to explain this to my sister yesterday. They didn't steal it from him. They just wouldn't give it back, or wouldn't give him the rights to it back. And I never really knew that story. I knew there was a thing with it, but I didn't know what it was. So that was neat to be able to read that and just learn just more about the process of each movie and which ones worked, which ones didn't work, that now we consider, they're all great, but back then they weren't. So that was kind of just different. They were talking about all of the propaganda that he made, all the little shorts. My favorite, absolute favorite, I watch it all the time, is the Führer's face, however you say it. I showed it to my sister the other night because it's my absolute favorite cartoon. My history teacher showed it to us my freshman year in world history, and just ever since, I have to show it to people because it's so funny, and it's my favorite. And the Three Little Pigs that they did is one of my favorites. And so when they were talking about that, I was like, please don't tell me that that was a flop, because it's too great for it to be unsuccessful. And so it turned that one was. And another one, I knew and did know that with Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs that they went bankrupt making that movie, which blows my mind that if I did something, went bankrupt doing it, I would give up. Like, I wouldn't try again. But my dog's rolling around in the grass. So just, I love stories. This, another kind of not really autobiography, but another nonfiction book that I read the last couple of days. Just seeing someone's dedication to continue on is so inspiring, because I've had problems with that and just not knowing what I want to do, so just giving up. That's what I get for sitting outside. And this is just an inspiring thing, and seeing people... she's wet. Grass is wet. Because working at Disney World somewhere, that's my dream. That's what I want to do. And so it's helpful to see that he himself had problems acquiring his dream, or being successful in his dream and what he wanted to do with his life. So it will be okay if I don't, whatever. I don't even know what I'm trying to say, but I loved this book, and yes. So, also, This is the only book that I have left before school starts on for my stack. Stop it! There were 3 books in the stack that I decided I didn't want to finish because I didn't like them. So 3 books out of my 11 that I said I was going to read, but I also read 4 or 5 extra that were not in that pile. So it evens out. I ended up reading more than I thought I would. So there's that, and this is the only one I have left, and I'm really disappointed in this one. When it started off, I thought it was going to be really, really good. I don't know, it's been disappointing, and I thought it would be like 4 stars. It's like 2. It's just not, it's not what I thought it was going to be. But I'm already so far into it, I have to finish it at this point. I have like 200 pages. That's where I'm at. So I have this much left. So at this point, I have to finish it. But I hardly ever like books that win awards. I don't know why. I just must not have good taste in books. But there's my little update, and this wasn't a review. This was me saying I love this book and I love Disney, but it really was good, and that's why I bought this one, because I'd seen it at the parks, and I'd flipped through several biographies because I wanted to read one, but I didn't know which one I wanted, which one would be the best one. And I love the cover of this one, for one. And then I also love that it did seem more like an actual like written book, as opposed to it sounding more just like random facts, and it being very kind of stoic. So I'm very glad that I got this one. I got this one on Amazon for super cheap. And so I'm really happy about that. And I go to Disney in 42 days. I looked it up last night. 42 days till I go back, and I'm so excited. And then hopefully I'll be back next semester for